every Saturday at 9 o'clock by MTN. Right. I have, I don't know, one more time again, I have a problem with guests. And I was supposed to have a guest this morning, but she's not here. So again, it gives us the opportunity to go through the papers and see what is happening. The papers are saying that the president is 73 years old today. But as is typical of me, if I'm not sure of something and it's controversial, I stay away from it because we all know the controversy that trails the president's age. So until I'm perfectly sure in my mind that that's what it is, I will just refrain from making any comment about it because by nature, I don't. Some people say I'm strict. No, it's just I'm principled. And if there's controversy about something, I can't. Unfortunately, I can't join in you know. I congratulate him. It's his birthday, yes, but I can't. I'm sorry. I find it almost difficult to join in the in the celebration. I'm not convinced within my mind. The controversy was there and it hasn't been put to rest in my mind. But it's his birthday and I congratulate him and I wish him all the best. The papers are full of adverts. I mean, if you look at the nation, this is not a bumper. It is not a bumper issue. This is really Bembelele of the nation. We are live on on YouTube and Facebook, and it's very fat congratulations. Of course, you know the origins of the nation, so it shouldn't surprise you. What I'm wondering is how the man would find the presence of mind and the time to go through all these congratulatory messages. But happy birthday it is, happy birthday it is. I hope one day we'll be able to resolve. So by implication, the president is just 2 years older than me. And these things happen, okay. The other story that is here is this story about the former head of service of Rivers State, who on the one hand claims Fubara ordered the bombing of Rivers Assembly, but on the other hand, his wife claims that something is not just okay. Let me read to bring this out of this bunch now. Okay, I've managed to do that. Let me read the story to you. The story says that Fubara ordered bombing of Rivers Assembly, says suspended governor plotted Tinubu's downfall through pipeline bombings. Fubara ordered the HE to pull down assembly to avert impeachment. Mweke links Bala Mohammed to sinister plot against president. Says emergency saved Rivers, Nigeria from major disaster. I'm a bit worried about this. Something just doesn't seem to sound right. Weke yesterday gave what appears to be the most revealing insider account of some of the events that culminated in the March 18 suspension of Fubara. Weke, who claimed to have been an eyewitness to some of the actions taken by Fubara, spoke of how the suspended governor allegedly, that word, plotted the destruction of the House of Assembly and economic sabotage to ensure the downfall of President Tinubu. So why would Fubara want to ensure the downfall of President Tinubu? I thought the person he had a problem with is Wiki. Wiki in a video press conference and a statement claimed that Fubara masterminded the bombing of the House of the Assembly using his chief of staff, Edison Ehie. Wiki was appointed as head of service by Fubara. He said he was prompted to set the record straight following the loads of misinformation on print and electronic media. He said he was not sacked, neither or pressured to resign, but resigned willingly from the depth of my heart. However, as an insider and a key player in this administration by my position, who work closely with Fubara, it would be unfair for me to keep silent or not to address some key factors that has affected or will affect our state if we continue on this trajectory. The gentleman thanks the president for a swift intervention in River State crisis, especially on the state of emergency that was declared and assented to it by the National Assembly. And he went on and on to give various accounts. And I don't know. His wife had something else to say apart from this. She did have something else to say apart from this. And it's difficult for me to queue on any side as of now. But something just doesn't appear to seem right. Something doesn't appear to seem right. Indeed, in the video, which I just watched a few minutes ago, it is claimed by him that he was taking a walk through Naika Noga. But the question is, who was filming him? Because it didn't appear he was filming himself. So, who was filming him? Another question to ask is, so why does the wife think otherwise? Why does she think that there could be some kind of danger? That one I don't understand. Okay, but that's what's in the nation for today. Also in the nation, apart from let's even see how many pages are these adverts. My God, the nation today is 96 pages. 96 pages. This is a fat edition, and this is good money for them. I'm happy for them. A full page ad now must be getting close to 1 million or thereabouts, and must be getting close to 1 million or thereabouts, that tells a lot. Okay, so we move from there and go to the Vanguard. Ijaw leaders believe that suspension of Fubara, they misled Tinubu, the Ijaw leaders. And the Ijaw leaders said that the president is not sincere in his claims against Fubara. That's Okaba, President Ijaw National Council or whatever, INC. It says Ibas will account for his deeds in rivers. His Royal Highness Saroigbe, Ijaw leader, what they cooked up about Fubara, Rivers people, and Kio Briggs. Irrational to say the president distorted facts. Robinson, ex-Pandef spokesperson. Gokigam says, we are concerned about looting Rivers Treasury. 2027 is here. And the other story is how judiciary is threatening Nigeria's prosperity. The Vanguard, of course, has less ads, but it has enough ads here. It says, the Vanguard here says that Tinubu marks 73, and Tinubu marks 73, and yesterday sought divine intervention to address Nigeria's pressing challenges such as national stability, fostering peace, safeguarding lives and property. I don't think Nigeria needs divine intervention. God has given us everything to let us do it right. We just, as human beings, have not decided to do the right thing. I don't believe in calling God at this point. Nigerians are not the only ones on the face of the earth. Remember that God created the whole universe. Apart from the world, he created Mars, he created the moon, he created... I'm one of those who believe that some of these planets might be inhabited by other beings. I'm one of those who believe that, and I think that there is some very, very strong evidence, which hasn't been made public, to show that there are beings in other planets. So for God in all his might to now set aside the Nigerian problem. We are so small in the scheme of things. If we don't sort ourselves out, so be it. Nobody should come and... we have had enough of people go under religion. One pastor will say, "Oh, God has promised me that this year is the year of this or that." No. If you don't take your fate in your hands, if you don't take your fate in your hands, you continue to drift. We've been talking God now almost 25, 30, 35 years. It's been going from bad to worse. God is not asleep. Okay. Petrol, private depots increase prices to 900 per litre. We were just enjoying the 800 and something. Now it has gone up to 900. Then this unfortunate story I read, Okpebolo visits Uromi. Okay, so it was said that there were some hunters that were in the vehicle, got down somewhere in Uromi and were mobbed and killed. And the governor has, rightly so, ordered an investigation into what happened. And I read the gory detail very early this morning. I read the gory details. And one lesson that people should have learned is that do not take the law into your hands. No matter how right you think you are, no matter how enraged you think you are, no matter how angry you think you are not allowed to take the law into your hands. They should have handed these people. Now it's a case of mistaken identity. But unfortunately, typical, there's video evidence to show who did what. So some people, as out of excitement of the moment, are going to find themselves facing the hangman. Because they'll be lucky if they get away with murder, it could be scaled down to manslaughter, which I think, to the best of my knowledge attracts a life imprisonment. The Vanguard also has pictures of Bubemi Utumara, a renowned accountant. He's cutting his birthday cake, but he's 70. And he's there with his wife and children. Four photographs there, looking quite nice. That is that. And it says that the Sultan urges Muslims to search for Shawwal Crescent from today. This is another interesting story. Now, all of you remember the story of Your Mama Disu. The person to blame for that very embarrassing incident is the MC and the organizers of the event. I don't know when or how we started treating citizens like school children, like nursery school children, and at every opportunity, instead of you to follow a program. I went through this country as a youth. I was in university. I was even, by the time I was in A-levels, I was treated as an adult. So to get school of nursing students are not kids. So in the first instance, to get them to start thinking about somebody being their mama or not, these are not nursery school children. But all these things are the things we do in the name of politics. And now you can see the embarrassment. And so it was said that when they sang the song, the guy would say, na mama bidi. So then the chorus, of course, the nurses then said, na your mama. What it should also show, and I hope the political class, and indeed at the highest level, got the message. It shows the discontent, and it shows how angry our people are. These things are emerging a little bit. It's like once they called on the social media the 30-day rant challenge or something like that. And the things that people are saying. Do not dismiss these things. It's quite clear to everybody now that the majority of the public, majority members of the public, are not happy with this government for various reasons. The least of it being poverty. So it's an eye-opener. It's an eye-opener. And the nurses or whatever who sang that song have been anger. It could even have simply been, you see, we don't understand the youth of this country. Our politicians still think they can do things in the old way. Our people are enlightened. Maybe they were angry in the first instance that how can we, let us have this ceremony and let's get it over and done with. You now tell them to sing a song about their mom and they say, no, it's not our mom. And it's unfortunate the First Lady had to bear the brunt. Now, it was reported that the nurses got a query, but I think the query itself was quickly withdrawn when it was noticed that there would be a backlash. So this story now says that the First Lady reacts to query issued to the Delta Nursing Sciences students over the viral chant. And the story says, and it's in Vanguard, it's on page 8, it says, wife of the president has reacted to the alleged query issued to students of Delta State College of Nursing Sciences over the alleged tweets to the welcome song, advising the management of the institution to handle the matter with understanding and fairness. God bless Remi Tinubu. Because the sycophants were already in motion. And I think she must have known and gauged the fact that this thing could blow up. And besides, maybe also at the back of her mind, she believes that it is their right to protest. So I'm happy she took this stance. And the First Lady also told the management to ensure that students continue to thrive in an environment that balances discipline with free expression. Senator Remi Tinubu's admonition is coming on the heels of the alleged threat by the management to sanction the students who are involved in the viral video where the students' sons were said to have embarrassed the president's wife. But in her reaction, Mrs. Tinubu cautioned the management against any punitive measures to the students that run contrary to their freedom of expression. Maybe some of you don't know that Mrs. Tinubu was once in Ife. She's a graduate. She went to Unife. And Unife is known for activism. I didn't go to school same time with her, So I don't know whether she was an aluta person. But I'm glad that she thinks this way. And I'm glad she quickly stepped in. Okay? So she has said that the office of the First Lady believes that educational institutions should foster an environment where students feel safe to express themselves while maintaining decorum. God bless Remi Tinubu for this, and this is the way to go. And I think all will end well. All will be well and will end well. I'm going to open up our lines now. The mail line 020127709993. I hate this. I don't know why we have male and female. But the female line is 020146579190. But don't cross the line, no. Male for male, female for female. We are going to follow Trump in this one, that no matter the oppression you have, no matter the oppression, male cannot become female and female cannot become male. So we'll take our first caller of the day. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Okujimi.
Morning, sir.
My name is Robert.
Yes, Robert.
As far as much as I condemn that killing, that's the one they took later to double justice. I want to say that.
Sorry, sir. Can you repeat what you said, because I didn't quite hear it. Can you call back? You have to call back, please. Please call back, because I can't. I don't think anybody can hear what you're saying. Please call back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Brother Yokolo from Bowe.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate our Remi Tinubu for the intervention for what he said.
Yes.
Because that song they sing at Agbo
Yes.
They sing it with anger. They don't want to claim that Mrs. Tinubu is their mother. That is why they sing it like that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know. Well, you see, again, we have to be careful about the way we do things and respect people's sensibilities. Like I said, these are full-grown adults. There's no age limit to go to the school of nursing. This idea of the president being your papa or mama, we need to disregard these things. These things are no longer tolerable. Everybody wants to be free. And people these days believe in people power. So the person to hold responsible for all this was that overzealous MC. You know? We get to these things too in churches, in mosques, in some of our social events. You be calling your GO daddy, you be calling your GO's wife mommy, and so on and so forth. The definition of daddy is your dad, full stop, unless there's a DNA problem. The definition of mommy is your mom, full stop. When I was growing up, I never called any other person daddy or mommy but my parents. And there was no DNA problem with my father. So if you go look at his photograph and look at me, no DNA needed. But suddenly we expand this thing, mommy G.O., daddy G.O., daddy, mommy. We should scrap a lot of these things. And do you know, to digress a bit, do you know sometimes you don't know these the implications of this thing? If, for example, I'm taking my sister's son. If I'm walking the streets of Lagos, Oga, how are you? Identify yourself. I'm Jimi Disu. Who be this Pekin? I will say na my Pekin. If I try that in the US or in UK, in a lot of other countries, they say, Oga, who are you? Identify yourself. My name is Jimi Disu. Who is this? I have to say he's my nephew. I cannot call him my son. Because if they move the child aside and they say, who is this guy? And you then say, oh, he's my uncle. But I say, but you said he was your son. All this towing eye service, that papa, oh, mama, oh, is arrant nonsense. But I'm a Shandgri person, so that is understandable. I'm a Shandgri person. I don't believe in all these things. Let's pick another call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Quickly. I have less than a minute.
I'm sorry. See, Uncle Jimmy, why when we need things, now they go to spiritual. When our leader need things, they go to spiritual. Why? I don't understand.
Okay.
We, the people, we are not a serious nation. That is why.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Talk, news, and sports after this.
You can't choose when you get sick, but you could choose an HMO that helps you live more life. Now, you could choose an HMO with generic plans or Hygieia HMO's customized plans for every stage of your life.
Now that's more like it.
You could choose an HMO with a handful of hospitals or Hygieia HMO, which has a hospital network of over 2,000 providers within Nigeria with roaming options and no waiting time.
Yeah, that's more convenient.
You could also choose a cheaper HMO that doesn't quite meet your needs. Or you could have Hygieia HMO's comprehensive yet affordable healthcare plans.
That's so amazing!
Life can be more with Hygieia HMO. Live more life with Hygieia HMO. Explore our comprehensive healthcare plans designed to meet your needs. Whether you're an individual, a family, elderly, an SME, or a corporate organization, we have affordable options for everyone. Visit our website at www.hygieiahmo.com for more details. Hygieia HMO. Live more life. To the man hustling every day to get his daughter through school. the artisans grinding every day to earn their urgent 2K. To the farmers, scientists, teachers, the doctors who do what they do so we can learn, live, and grow. The entrepreneur with his hustle, waiting for Baba to pick his call. To us Nigerians, doing our best daily to make ends meet. The world is yours. The world is ours. Let's go. Let's grow. Go make a difference with MTN Data.
My kids love tasty snacks, but many snacks are not so good for them. That's why I love the new Milo Anna Snacks.
We love it, Mom.
Yes, it's a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
So, pack Milo and snacks in their lunchbox every day to help your kids refuel at break time and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo! This year, we're talking about patronage from many different aspects. It's not just giving artists money. It can be helping an artist have an exhibition, giving them exposure, connecting them to the right gallery, the right representative, the right person, giving them studio space to produce, giving them some training, whether it's business training, legal advice. There are so many ways in which you can be a patron of the arts.
Plus 234 Art Fair 2025 holds from March 27th to 31st at the Pan-African Center, brought to you by Soto Gallery and Echo Bank. Admission is free.
For 3 great seasons, the fans have fought with passion and fire, their best they brought. The banter was bold, the debates were tight, each word a weapon, each match a fight. But now it's bigger, the stakes much higher, the battle returns and it's full of fire. Fan Battle 4 with Femi and the gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. The stage is bang. In partnership with Sports Salon, we raise the game with glory, honor, and a shot at fame. Think you've got what it takes to score? Then step right up. It's time for more. Register now and take your stand. Your time to shine is now at hand.
Registration is ongoing on www.nigeriainfo.fm.
Fan Battle 4. Let the battle begin.
Attention, Nigeria. Let's address a growing concern. It is body odor. Yes, we've all noticed it. The weather is hot, we're all hustling, and somehow everywhere you turn, there's that familiar, not so pleasant scent in the air. But here's the thing, body odor doesn't have to be a problem. Body odor happens when sweat meets bacteria on your skin, especially in the heat. And while sweating is natural, smelling bad doesn't have to be part of the deal. We have the perfect solution to put a stop to this wave of body odor. Nivea Dry Antiperspirant Deodorant Roll-On is the ultimate solution to keep you fresh and confident all day long. Nivea Dry provides long-lasting protection from sweat and odor, so you can say goodbye to embarrassing moments caused by body odor. And the best news? Nivea has rolled out the new 25ml roll-on, the Sabi Pack. Perfect for everyone who wants to stay fresh on a budget. It's affordable, it's portable, and packs the same long-lasting sweat and odor protection. As a Sabi girl or boy who knows that body odor reduces your steez, the 25ml Sabi Pack is the perfect solution because it gives you 72 hours sweat and odor protection. In addition to the complete 72-hour protection, Nivea Sabi Pack has 0% alcohol, is gentle on your skin, no irritation, and won't let you down as you go ahead hustling for your daily 2K. So, Nigeria, let's tackle this body odor problem head on. Grab your Nivea Dry Antiperspirant Deodorant Roll-On, now available in the new, affordable 25ml Sabi Pack, and experience freshness that lasts. It's available in stores near you. Stay fresh, stay dry with Nivea Dry.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And now, we are back on the Discourse with Jimi Disu.
Okay, so you're welcome back to the discourse with Jimi Disu, and today we're just we're talking amongst ourselves because our two guests they decided not to show up. Somebody on Facebook here says that my remarks about the president's birthday that I'm a hater. I'm not a hater. I don't hate the president. Indeed, I have a secret admiration for him. It's his methods that I don't like. He's a very determined person. But I'm also somebody who has a conscience. That's the way I'm wired. And unless I'm convinced, I'm not going to do it. And it's within my rights to do so. There's a controversy about the age. I don't know, which is valid. Because when I'm talking about my president, I should be sure of my facts. And so if I made a veiled remark, what is this thing sounding now? Put it down. If I make a veiled remark about the age, it's no disrespect intended, but it just happens to be in the papers, and I have to say something about it. And I have a responsibility to try and be the conscience of the nation, because I'm put in a position where I have to do analysis and talk to people, talk to members of the public, and I have to do so conscientiously. And I always believe in the truth. So, okay, so Senator Natasha's recall, opponents scaled 6 hurdles and 4 more to go. If it turns out, if it's conditional, if it turns out that okay, we'll take a short break. I think we have a technical problem. We'll take a short break and I'll be right back. Okay, yeah, my mic done that baru. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on. Yeah, but the show must go on. Okay, so all right. So Senator Natasha's recall, opponents scale 6 or those more to go. If this is being planned by those who are favorably disposed towards the Senate president, and so this thing might very well backfire, because this lady is going to, in fact, if once you get her out of the Senate, she becomes a bigger hero. So for those who are planning such things, if it is true, I think you need to think twice. I would have thought that by now some kind of resolution would have been brought to this matter, but now it seems to have grown a life of its own. Okay, and when something is amorphous in that kind of manner, you don't know in which way it will spread. But they say the exercise is going on. Another story here that JD says, is that you bringing out stuff from your right pocket? It was this noise. No, they said Tinubu head don't catch you. No. I don't say it's a minor problem. Is it? I know there are all kinds of situations. This Bobo self, on getting up, was afraid to be in my seat and touch the button. No, I don't think there's anything untoward. I think it's just a coincidence. Also, you will remember the debate that was going on to immortalize Humphrey Nwosu. And, of course, that debate is going on in the National Assembly. I think House of Reps particularly. Where do I stand on this? I don't think Humphrey Nwosu, being an adult at that time, and being neck deep in what was going on, I don't think Humphrey Nwosu could have done otherwise. Now, whether what he did is now spectacular that could lead to immortalizing him, I honestly don't know. And I've tried to turn it in my head. And I honestly can say, if, for example, Onfriwosu had gone and got ahead, in spite of everything, to announce the results, but most likely he would have been dead long before he finally packed in. But maybe then you would say that you want to immortalize him. But there's great resistance, and there's great resistance, and I think that maybe they'll have a public hearing or something like this. But if you don't immortalize him, if he has done very well, God will immortalize him. So it's no in the context of things, really, it's not that important. Somebody I admire so much, and I hope one day he will get to presidency level. Osita Chidoka. Osita Chidoka. I think he's still in the PDP. One of those that I respect coming from the Southeast, who I believe has the gravitas to lead this country, talks about how universities and National Assembly are embarrassing Nigeria. That's what Chidoka. It's in the Vanguard. Okay, Vanguard page. What's this? Page 18. Also in the Vanguard is the day Nigerians gathered for Ihedioha. Obasanjo and co were there. Let's go to entertainment, which is safe, okay? Let's go to entertainment, which is safe. It says, stay away from marriage if... Who is this? It's a Nollywood actress, Angela Guavon. Really? I've never heard of her. And there's another one. The epitome of Nollywood sizzling charm is Omobewaji Oyediji. Double celebration for Izoebi Alfred in Yenagua. He reminds me of one Bini artist I used to admire way back. I couldn't hear one word of what he was saying, but I liked his music. Osayamari Joseph. Yes, that was the name. There's this musician too called Precious John, and I think he too has is recorded a new single. All these names, I don't know. I think I'm out of that scene. There's an aviation report here that talks about 1 year later, Air Peace's impact on Nigeria-UK travel. This is a piece written in the Vanguard, page 31. It talks about the London route, it talks about price war, and it talks about the current situation. It's written by Dixie Omobola, and it says like yesterday, it will be a year tomorrow since Nigeria's largest flag carrier, Air Peace, activated the competitive Lagos-London route. And I think they really should be congratulated for having achieved that for a year. Anybody who knows aviation will tell you that to maintain that route, that particular Lagos-London or Lagos-America, is not easy. And I think they've done quite well. They've faced a lot of criticisms, yes, but the story of Air Peace will not be different from the story of how we do things in Nigeria, So, but I think all said and done, they deserve gallant for having achieved that. And I wish them luck. It is my burning desire, not just a desire, burning desire that Nigeria should have an airline, that can take on the majors, on the major routes that we have, at the very least to bring about the balance. And there's also something to be said of a Nigerian airline flying your flag on the international route. I remember the good old Nigeria Airways, which we flew back in the 70s with a lot of pride. Nigeria Airways, you find them in New York. In those days, I think it was Gatwick then? Yes, in the 70s, it was Gatwick, and we had a very, very strong presence. And I think that I no longer believe that we should the government should bother itself about setting up his own airline. I think that is something we will not handle. Rather, it would be nice if they could support a company like Airpeace to push them further. To push them further and make them wear the toga of a national airline, because they're the only ones I know. I like to be corrected now who run anything on the international route per se. And when we say international route, we do sometimes when we say international route, we don't. When you are going to Ghana, we don't go to. It's when you go to Europe and America. So congratulations to them again, and the founder of the airline. We wish him all the best. This one, I'm sure some of you will love to hear. There's this very funny story here of our good friend, Ned Nwoko. What is it, Nwoko? Nwoko, yeah. And the story here says that Nigerian politician and business Prince Ned Nwoko on Thursday celebrated his 6th wedding anniversary with Regina Daniels. The baby's back now. Wow, I thought they said he had left. And he revealed that they're expecting their 3rd child. Wow! In a heartfelt Instagram post, Nwoko also addressed persistent rumors surrounding their marriage. Babati Eko poem. It says, in a romantic poem dedicated to the beautiful actress, he described their love as untamed, wild, and free, despite ongoing public scrutiny. And he said that, I'm quoting Ned Nwoko here, he says, 6 years later, she still can't resist me. 6 years and counting, and what do they see? A love untamed, wild, and free. He directly refuted claims that Regina had left him, affirming her commitment to their true marriage and 2 sons. Ned also dismissed allegations of fathering a child outside their union. Let's set the record straight. Still standing, still thriving, unshaken, supreme. 2 beautiful sons, love's sweetest dream. No rumored child outside, that ship never sailed. Let them retire that story, Joe. Tired and still. The senator then surprised followers by announcing Regina's 3rd pregnancy. And here's the cherry on top. Just when they thought they had their say, baby number 3 is on his way. A new heartbeat, a love so grand, another blessing in my heart, in my hand. Was this that child, was he intended or was he a stray bullet? What do you think? And also, I don't know, how old is Ned Nwoko? Do you know? If then there's hope rising. Has he set a very good example? We don't know. Time will tell. But it's 64. If he lives to 90, the child would have been whatever. And look, to jokes apart now, each to his own. It's always easy sometimes to sit down and criticize, but if God wants to punish you, he can put you in the direction of a stray bullet, and then next time you learn to close your mouth. The only thing I say though is I advise people very strongly: do not make your life public. Do not bring the public into your life. That is one of the strongest philosophies that I've lived with. Keep the public out of your personal life. They will mess it up for you. I had thought this lady was gone. I didn't know that all the things they were showing, she had another baby coming. And that there was no other baby mama, or what do you call them? You should know. Can we take calls from here? Yes, okay, so somebody has been persistently calling, and I'll be glad to take calls from you so that we can both look at these issues. Hello, good morning. Hello, morning.
Morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
This is Pastor Ladipo.
I know now. You don't need to introduce yourself. Just go on.
Okay.
Don't say this is me.
I want to ask something this morning. Is it the politicians that have problem or they are psychophans who takes issues beyond the extreme. That is one of the biggest challenge I feel we are having in regards to what happened in Delta State.
Yes.
Some overzealous aides or psychophants, I don't know. I think they are the major problem we are having. Because they hype these people to high heavens, even while they know that they are making mistakes. And that is why we find ourselves where we are here today.
Well,
Lastly,
I'm seriously, I'm glad that the First Lady did what she did.
Thank God.
It shows that she understands these things. I wonder, I would have loved to ask her what she felt about one statue that was built for her somewhere in Ife. I'm sure she must have been.
If they have seek for her opinion, she wouldn't have wanted to.
But
those things
I think
are part of siphoning money.
Well, I don't know about siphoning money. You know, it wasn't siphoning with
allegedly.
No, don't use allegedly, Joe. You say one thing and you've already said the sentence. You are now adding allegedly after 2 minutes. The truth is, wait, let me finish.
Yes, sir.
Wait, calm down.
Okay.
I'm joking now before people say I shouted on you. The truth is that statue was built and I think funded by the KBC. And I don't know why that was done, because I am almost sure that seeing that statue would have embarrassed the First Lady.
That is true.
But she has held herself in good stead in this case, and I'm
yes.
glad she's with. So you wanted to say lastly?
Yes, lastly, Uncle Jimmy, what happened in Edo State? I think gradually we've lost our humanity.
Yes.
I don't understand how people can stay and be videoing when people are being burned to death. Regardless of their offense, there is still law enforcement agency in this country. What is this? We no longer have human feelings. That is why you just see the way we gloss over people's life like that. Uncle Jimmy, the thing is terrible.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. This situation we find ourselves. And you've said it also. Only we should not bring God into this matter again. Not only Nigeria, God creates.
That's a pastor. That's a pastor talking.
Thank you. God bless you.
We will quote you. Please quote. Do not bring. Please, those of you who are quarreling on YouTube over one thing or the other, just cool down. Somebody has got to got a lot to go and collect 2K or something.
Good morning, Uncle JD.
Good morning. How are you, man?
I'm fine, sir. Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah.
It is well. So, let me start with the nurse's story. You assemble a group of adults and you tell them they don't have any other mother. What happened to the mother that was privy to their going to school with their father? Well, it is the kind of domestic colonization that we are facing right now. And you expect to whip them in line and tell them to shush up and not even say anything. Pastor Ladipo asked a salient question now. He said, is it the politicians that are the problem or those who are hailing them, their praise singers, who will eventually turn wailers? The same trolls that troll you on social media when you call out a sitting governor or president or anybody that is not doing their job properly, just to better the lot of the average Nigerian. And then they come on your page to troll you. Anyway, Uncle Jimmy.
Okay.
Last.
Thank you very much. We have to close the program now. Thank you very much. Before we go, I'd like to make a quick reference to my friend's column in the Vanguard, My World. And that's Muyiwa Adetiba, My World. And it says, be prepared if you agree to ride the back of a tiger to power. That is very, very, it sets you thinking. Be prepared if you agree to ride the back of a tiger to power. I got to go. Okay, I'll be back on Tuesday, God willing. I don't know which is Saturday now. Is it Tuesday or Monday? Monday. Okay, but I'll be back, God willing, on Tuesday, 7:30 with Sheriff, and 9 o'clock on Daily Digest. Until then, enjoy yourselves. Don't go away. Oh. The next program will be up in less than a minute. I'll see you Tuesday. Bye.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.